Hello everyone and welcome to this Altcoin Weekly update. I hope you're all doing very well. I can see that chat is already very busy. So please give me a quick sound confirmation that you can all hear me, but it looks like everything's picking up in OBS, so that's great. And I want to start this, sound is perfect, thank you. I want to start this Altcoin Weekly update with something very exciting, and that is, so I created this template here on Atas, right? So what that is very simply my all-in-one crypto template distributed over 6 or just split into 6 different altcoins, okay? And what I'm planning to do is the following. I know that finally the volume is back on altcoins. That is amazing. And what I want to do here every single morning is just look at 6 altcoins that I think have some interesting opportunities on the day. Because I think with this template, I'm going to refine this just a little bit when I have some time today, tomorrow, maybe over the weekend. And then, in my opinion, it would be pretty simple to find maybe 3 to 4 good trades just by looking at 6 altcoins. The way I want to do that is Ethereum is always going to be there. When I have a setup that I'm still waiting on, I would keep that here. And other than that, I would look at high volatility coins or coins that have a lot of volume on Bybit. And in my opinion, it's very simple to spot great opportunities just by looking at this for, yeah, only 1 or 2 seconds or very quick. I think it's very easy. So I would go ahead, look at this, and I can see Ethereum, naked point of control, previous day EQ, previous week high, interesting for a scalp trade. Right below, previous day value area low on the weekly VWAP, on the weekly open. I would go ahead, look at this, maybe even preset a trade here, do my daily plans on these altcoins, check some more. I can see, all right, XRP, interesting, previous day EQ lining up with an SFP, lining up with the VWAP close. That's an interesting short scalp. I would be interested in shorting that into our support on the previous day low, weekly open, because we have a little bit of a market structure change. That previous day low looks very interesting. I can expand this chart and look at it on the full screen and then come up with maybe 3 to 4 coins a day where I think there's a great opportunities for a scalp trade slash day trade. So this is what I'm planning to do. I have to work on this template just a little bit, and then I will see how we can, or how I can integrate that, if it makes sense to share these plans on a daily basis, even that I have my scalp trading updates or day trading updates every single day, and then the high time frame updates on altcoins just once a week that we are doing on these Thursdays. But I do think there is great opportunities to be had over here with little effort, really. It's not that it takes too long to do the analysis here, because in my opinion, this template is very clean. Or we can see that here, for example. I just need one glimpse at this chart to see that Solana on a daily open retest is very interesting for a long trade. So if you can see that up here, we've had this previous day low SFP. We are at support. I know this. We've changed market structure, daily open lining up with weekly VWAP. I could pull a CC and see that's lining up with this CC as well. So this is one of the places I would prepare myself for, and even preset a trade or wait for it to be hit. And that is a plan made in, what is it, 30 seconds, okay? Previous day high looks unfinished, so good trade in my opinion. So that's what I'm planning to do here. And yeah, let me know how you feel about that. So I'm going to test it just a little bit, see how we can integrate that the best. I'm also going to speak with the team. That's just the idea, and I just finished creating this template here, which isn't too difficult. So this all-in-one template is already shared with everyone. So you can do that yourself, right? Just pop in another chart, split it into 6. You can do 4, 6, whatever you want. I just thought 6 is great because I probably won't find a setup on all 6, and then I can come up with maybe 3 to 4. So that's my idea here. So yeah, let me know if that sounds interesting or not. And I can easily flip between this template and right in the background there is my futures template. So that will be very handy. Let's see if I go over to this. Oh, that is so perfect because I can just flip between those two because that's both on my right screen. That's very easy. So that's that. And now let's start this Altcoin Weekly update. So on Ethereum, just want to give a quick update. I know that I already covered it yesterday in the live trading stream, but just to get a little bit of context where we are, where we are at in terms of context. So we have had this perfect trendline retest on the previous range point of control, on the previous supply, great trade, and we can see a very nice bounce. So this was already a bounce of 12%. Obviously, Bitcoin pumping massively. We have hit $104,600. That's not bad. So all of crypto looks very bullish, which is nice to see. So on Ethereum, I am still expecting this high to be taken, to be honest with you. So there is a little bit of resistance above. There's one more daily on this previous high. But for now, everything looks like we are going to make a new local high here, and I would look at 4,100 for this. So that's what I think we can look at next. In between, I am not interested in any short trades. I don't see great resistance for short trades. All I would do is look for longs on pullbacks. So that's very simple. I don't want to be shorting this strength. So let's have a look at some levels. What's very interesting on Ethereum is that we are just always flipping previous supply zones. That is very bullish. So we can see that here, for example. This was also a nice flip of previous supply. This down here, flip of previous supply into demand. So on a local basis, I would look at very much the same. For this, I could even go down to a 30-minute time frame. And this anchored VWAP is the weekly VWAP, by the way. Okay, because what was really nice was I saw that with this amazing template, because I saw weekly VWAP on the previous day value area low, on the weekly open. That looks nice. So then I can obviously double check that on TradingView and see that indeed looks very nice. So the previous day value area low is lining up with this previous supply zone, and this is an interesting place for a scalp trade in my opinion. So down here, this would use a local invalidation. I would not keep this as my stop loss. So what I want to see is the level to be hit. If we ever get it, level to be hit, see some price action around it, get a low time frame market structure change, and then I would have an entry. Okay, so this is one of the trades that's going with momentum, going with strength, and I would even be interested in taking this trade into the 4,100 level if we get this, obviously. Okay, it might be that we just continue this move to the upside, then I will be left out on this trade, but that is my first idea for a, you can call it day trading long. So day trading long, let's put this in. No, that's all right. So I'm going to check some different levels here. This is already tested. That's tested. Then we have a daily level down there. So, oh, that's even better. So almost forgot. But when we look at this as our local range, this started on the 27th of November. Pulled to the local high, then this is also the value area high. Let's see if that changes when we exclude this price action above. It changes a little bit, but that looks nice on the value area high. So this is definitely an area of interest. Okay, so this is the best place I can see here. If that doesn't hold, this daily looks nice as well. That's on the 7.5 on the range point of control. And for now, I'm still aiming for trend continuation. So yeah, even if we hit this daily at 3,620, this would still maintain this uptrend. So the theory or the context behind the long trade down here is that this low, which was the point of control retest, okay, let me just remind you real quick, that was the point of control. This low looks actually pretty nice. So this was an SFP of the range low. So that low is finished, I would say. No, didn't mean to do that. I wanted to mark it as finished. All right. And this is where I'm looking at next. So if we get this retest, either the previous day value area low looks interesting for that long trade, but if not, and we get a deeper retracement, this daily would still maintain this market structure and would still be in alignment with this context. So this would look something along these lines. That's more of a swing trade, I would say. And here I would keep this as my stop loss. So position size on that one would obviously be a little bit smaller because I have to adjust to a larger stop loss, but it would also aim for a little bit of a bigger move, ensuring a 3 to 5 risk to reward. So that's not too bad. Okay, so those are the two levels I would look at. Not interested in any short trades. And I can call this one the swing long. So 2 trades on ETH I'm interested in. I can put that into here as well. And that looks interesting. So let me have a quick look. Sounds great. Hello, what do you think about Doge? Sounds superb. You could link charts with colors on Atas now. I don't know what that means. So cool, this template. Yeah, that's very, I think that template can do some magic. So cool. You're a legend, Severin. Thank you for taking the time today. No problem. Would you be able to take a look at Atom? I'm gonna have a look at some altcoins. So I already prepared a few. Find the idea to focus on a few select altcoins nice from a day trading perspective. How do you select those altcoins? Have you got a protocol to photo of them? Yes, so you can do that on Bybit. Just filter the 24-hour volume. Or sometimes I mean I do have preferences when it comes to trading altcoins, right? So I really enjoy trading Solana. I enjoy trading AR, for example. XRP now looks interesting. So there is going to be some of these coins that I just know have some very interesting day trading opportunities. I would look at those and then maybe exchange only 2 a day or something, just to find a few more setups. So yeah, let us have a look at the next one. So Solana, yesterday, this was the trade I was looking at on stream. So this has hit 2 take profits for me. The first one was the previous low, as that was more of a scalp trade. Next one was the range point of control. So that is very nice. We can see we've had another test of the CC for another bounce. So I would even say this entry, if anyone took it, was very acceptable as well. Other than that, I would, I don't really have an update on this. If anyone is in the trade, I would target this value area high next, to be honest with you, because it looks pretty nice. If we now claim this uptrend, downtrend anchored VWAP, that would be perfect. And I do foresee a little bit of room to the upside. So Solana looks very interesting for day trading opportunities as well. That's why it's on my template here as well, right? So on a daily basis, I would look at this and see if I get a daily open retest. That would be very interesting and I would be interested in a trade there. All right. All right, next one, GOAT hit the level that I was looking at yesterday during live trading. All right, so that was in the middle of the night. I wasn't awake for that, didn't preset it, so I missed this trade. But it was the exact same setup as on Solana. We had the daily value area low, CC, after a sign of strength, and an SFP down here, taking these highs That's a perfect trade in my opinion. From value area low, we are up 9.6%, so that is definitely not bad. So that looks very nice, but I'm not really interested in a new setup here, just as a quick update. And yeah, one of the requests for today was Link. So Link, actually very interesting. One of the coins, for example, that I would integrate on day trading setups, because we absolutely crushed Link. I gave this long trade, then I gave the short trade up here, flipping that into a long trade again, and that one ran 160%. So this was a brilliant setup. That was the exact low down here, if you remember, SFP into the weekly for a perfect trade. So why is this key up there? Let me show you. As always, see, it is the previous range point of control. Okay, so we have now reclaimed the previous range value area low. If that happens, we always look at the next target to be the previous range point of control. We got that right here. And above we would have the previous range value area high. Okay, but that was already a perfect touch. If anyone shorted that, fair enough. I did not, as that was so strong. Okay, I can see there is a weekly above, so I can have a look at that for a low time frame opportunity. Although I'm more interested in longs at the moment. So let's have a look at this on the daily time frame. I can hide this previous range for now and look at some trades that go with the trend, because for me, still not too interested in any short trades. All right, so we do have a nice daily here at this. We can now even call this previous range, to be honest with you. So this is a nice break of this previous value area here, the previous range value area, with a very clean daily close above. So if we get a retest around this daily NPOC anchored VWAP, that would be interesting. So preferably, I can hide this, preferably I want to see a retest of this zone. Okay, because the uptrend anchored VWAP will line up with this weekly naked point of control. And the setup over here would look like the following. So we need the drop into the level, hit our support, start to reclaim the level, start to reclaim this previous range of value area high, and then this is a long trade I would be very happy to take. Okay, this would look like so. This would then use a local invalidation. It would never use a stop loss down here. This is too bad in terms of risk to reward. So I would use something local and then aim for a new high to be made. This would look for a trade into the weekly up there. In this price zone or range up here, I don't see a great opportunity. So there's no day trade I can see there. Let me check my template over here real quick. No, we've hit the weekly view up just now, so there's no more trade to be had here. So that will be the one and only I would look at. And up here, I'm going to check this weekly. So when we look at the 4-hour time frame, we can see these highs do not look amazing. We start to form a little bit of a triangle here very early on, but we can see price is in a little bit of contracting price action. So it's forming lower highs and higher lows. So that is something to be aware of here, right? So above our weekly, this current high, there is the weekly. So I can use this high as my reference point. I hide this key level for now and see if there is a move into the weekly, losing this previous high. Then I can also look for a short trade on the retest, just like I've done on the lower time frames on Ethereum. This would be one of the short trades I could look at, but it really depends on how we react up there. So I wouldn't short the weekly aggressive. I need to see this previous high being lost, and then probably even aim for a quick take profit on a retest of this triangle, because we can see a scenario like this. This would still be a 2-to-1 risk to reward. So at least for a take profit, that would be a good idea. And then we can see if that gets some follow through. Okay, so this is the short trade I can see. And other than that, there's nothing except for the scalp trades. Short trade on a link. So that is good. Looks very nice. One coin from someone who's new in the group, so I wanted to integrate that, is Beam. So he requested me to look at Beam, and let's do that. It looks interesting. We've obviously had a range here that was broken to the upside. We formed a new range up here. Then we had this lower range, which we are now breaking out of. Okay, that was a nice range down here, and now we start to see strength. So with a context like this, if we lose a range that was going on for, what is it, 140 days more or less, all I would do is try to go with strength on a coin like this. So it's not that I would try to short the high here. So just by looking at this chart alone, I'm more interested in longs on pullbacks. Okay, so let's add a few levels. Done my analysis already, and I can just add everything here. And there is, in my opinion, two areas that are very interesting. So for the swing trades, down here, this is my favorite setup. You will always see me look at this. It is previous range value area extremes. That means value area high or value area low retest. So here we can see we broke out of this previous range. If we get a retest of this previous range value area high, I'm looking for additional confluence. If there is additional confluence, I'm always interested in a trade. Here we can see confluence of a daily and naked point of control. As this is rather far away, I'm also expecting this anchored VWAP to move into this zone as well. So if we ever get a retest of this zone, I would 100% be interested in a long trade. Very simple. I would give this some room at first and aim for a new high to be made. Okay, we might not get this as we are quite impulsively at the moment, so I would also look at a setup that is a little bit more local. So this would be a swing long idea. And for more of the lower time frame, I'm looking at this right here. So that is our latest impulse. If we look at this context-wise, price is making higher highs, higher lows, higher high, higher low, higher high. So I would look for another higher low to be made. And the best confluence, in my opinion, is this NPOC daily and this anchored VWAP. So that would still maintain this uptrend. I'm not looking at this as a market structure change if we start to lose these lows. So on the medium term time frame, this would still look very bullish. And then we could even add a 7.5 here and see this daily lines up with a 7.5 perfectly. So in my opinion, also a nice, more local entry on Beam, aiming for trend continuation. What we have to do, and now that we I prepare for quite a few longs on pullbacks, if I start to see something significantly changing, for example, Ethereum falling off a cliff, Bitcoin falling off a cliff, then I would be a little bit more careful. But as long as we just continuously see signs of strength on altcoins and crypto in general, I would just look for longs on pullbacks, right? I hope that makes sense. But if at some point the weakness comes in, I have to adjust myself. That is what it's all about as a trader, right? So yeah, nice to see here on my right screen. I can just see altcoins moving. That is why that's so nice. I can see DOT making its way to the upside with a nice 30-minute candle. Solana very close to previous day high. So some price action here, which is cool. But yeah, just wanted to show this template once again. So next setup is going to be on Rune. And when I finished Rune and AR, I will have a look at the chat because I can see quite a few comments. So Rune, Rune also same as most altcoins with a nice move to the upside. So this looks a little bit more controlled. It's not that we had this massive pump without a retest. So here in terms of market structure, this is very controlled move to the upside. For now, I am interested in continuing this move to the upside. I'm looking for a long trade on a pullback. And for me, it's once again very obvious. We had this more local fixed range right here. Then we have this, we can now call it previous range. We have the value area high lining up with the daily, lining up with an anchored VWAP. For me, this is a place I'm interested in for a long trade. So that's a little bit of a zone, right? So it's between daily and this previous range value area high. If we look at more of a local pull, this is right on the 7.5 as well. So in terms of price location, that is a very good level. And this trade would once again aim for trend continuation, something along these lines, aiming for at least a new high. So setting an alert here. I haven't, yeah, that alert is placed. Let me just set a few alerts. I think I forgot that. Okay, now this alert is placed. That's what I'm looking at because we can see this market structure is just very beautiful for now. And on a confluence like that, in my opinion, it's a good opportunity. No financial advice, obviously. Everything I'm covering in this stream is obviously for educational purposes only. So next setup will be AR. So most of you know I gave the setup in a previous stream, short trade on the previous range point of control, same theory as always. We got acceptance back into a previous range value area low. So if we start to see a rotation into the point of control, I'm interested in a trade at this zone. So yeah, that's what we did here in confluence with the CC. Was it the CC? No, that wasn't adjusted, but probably 7.5 or something. But confluence was good. It was a weekly naked point of control, monthly. That was the exact high, to be honest, for a drop of 10% already, given the context that we have in alt or in crypto at the moment. It does make sense to hit a quick take profit, especially with that being the previous supply zone. So if anyone took the short trade, that should have a hit a take profit one already. Okay, so I can now delete these levels and look for some fresh setups, because I myself am more interested in longs on AR now, because we've seen a nice sign of strength here. So what's interesting to see, if we call this our range low, okay, I can hide everything but this for now. What we've done down here is a nice failed auction below the range low, but then we have seen the nice reclaim, retest, market structure changes. And if we look at this range point value area, so fixed range pull, we can see also now breaking out of the value area high. So we can see some nice signs of strength here on AR. And that being said, obviously more interested in longs. So there's one area which is rather far away, but this weekly and weekly naked point of control on the value area low on the 0.25, this would be a really, really nice swing trading opportunity, but I don't really think we're gonna get this in the next few weeks. So I'm gonna be aware of this level, but not giving a setup here yet, because it doesn't really make sense in my opinion. So I want to look at something that's a little bit more local at least. And the best opportunity would be these NPOCs. Once again, expecting this anchored VWAP to move to the upside as well. So this will be around the $22 mark. This is where I'm interested in even a swing trade. That looks good in terms of price location, maintaining local market structure. I think it's also on the CC or 7.5. So let's check CC real quick. CC zone, right? So more conservative entry would even be hit the confluence, reclaim CC, and then this is a nice long trade. Call it swing long. But more locally, I do already see a little bit of an opportunity, and that would be the daily down here at around $25. Expecting this latest uptrend anchored VWAP to move to the upside a little bit. Then we have some nice confluence on the .25. Okay, we can see .25 right on this level as well. And let me check the volume for this. If we have additional confluence, it's also on the value area low. So this is interesting for a day trade, daily invalidation, aiming for trend continuation. Okay. So now let me have a look at the chat, because that for now is all the setups I'm looking at. Can we have the template for TradingView? I think on TradingView it's very much the same. You can get the volume profile, so that's what I created on Atas. You could create the same view if you use a different raster over here, all right? But with the volume profiles, that's for order flow templates. Website. Can you explain how you select high and low for fixed range, as it may be seen differently for different traders? I always look at, or I eyeball that. Just by looking at this, I can see one could look at this as a range. So the range would include this. That wasn't anchored properly, so let me do that again. Like so, up to here. And then I would include a fixed range for this entire price action. Okay, this is how I do it. In my opinion, fixed ranges come with experience. The more experience you have, the easier it gets for you to draw it correctly, because some might be tempted to maybe even split this into two ranges. This wouldn't be incorrect, by the way. It's just that is too much noise for me, and I prefer to look at this as one pull as opposed to two. All right, so also valid, but in my opinion, one can include this entire volume. But we do have an entire lesson on this. Okay, I think Daniel and Igor have a lesson on fixed ranges, how they pull it, because I know Igor also has a very nice way. He, for example, if we had an impulse, anchors it from the first reversal candle, so to speak, right? So he would look at pull it from here up to here, for example. Okay, so that is what I remember, and yeah, that comes with experience. How about next swing trades on Sol? Yeah, that swing trade was down here. That was another great opportunity, and other than that, for now, not looking at any new swing trades. We just had this massive impulse. So the next swing trade will still be this down here that I already covered in a previous stream. This is anchored VWAP, previous range, value, area high, weekly, and CC. How do you add market profile in TPO for the week, month on the template, or do you have to manually change every time? Do you use ever the custom option on market profile? So I do have a template for the weekly. So what I would do is weekly and monthly, I would just look it over here. So say I can see a nice setup on dot. Then if I need additional confluence, I can always go over to this screen, type in dot, look at the weekly. And what I do over here is flip between weekly and monthly. Okay, so that's very simple. But on this template, I can't have too much information in here, because otherwise that would be too much noise and you can't see anything. I'm probably gonna hide a few level even in this template to have it a little bit more clean than it is at the moment, because there's quite a few lines. And I know something like a previous day open is never a level I would trade on altcoin, so I'm gonna hide this. I can hide the daily high because that's also something I can see with a blank eye. Don't need a line for this, right? Just trying to keep it as clean as possible. What your anchored VWAP settings? Mine looks different. Let's go over to this anchored VWAP, just like this. It's the standard deviation style. It's like this, visibility. So HLC3 is the source down here. Okay, that's that. And ATAS top left next to the ticker on near the tick size adjustment. You can group charts using a chosen color of your choice. Oh, that's nice. Great for switching pairs without changing each of them individually. Well, that's really good. Yeah, I agree. Could you talk about taking head shorts on BTC or ETH if you're holding big altcoin bags? Yes, so say Ethereum. So I have taken a few hedge trades because I am still in spot as well as a swing trade. So I longed down here, and this is also where I bought spot. It's entries around 1,500 to 1,600. Nice move to the upside. Up here, I remember on one of these altcoin streams, we had a beautiful short trade up there, and I held it as a little bit of a hedge for my long investment and my long trade. Okay, that hedge is closed, or I closed it the moment we actually got acceptance back into this previous demand zone, because I know if that happens, we likely get follow through. But say you're holding large bags on Ethereum, I don't see a great reason to look for a hedge trade where we are now. No financial advice, obviously. But if we, for example, get a nice SFP up here, get local market structure changes, this is where I would say, yeah, even for my investments and my swing trades, I would think about hedge trades and yeah, just enter a short trade up there while still holding the long, and the spot closing that on a sign of strength, or even if that is stopped out, because if you lose the hedge trade but still make money on spot, that is good. But we have a lesson on hedging. I think Daniel did a lesson on that, so that would be very helpful for you, I believe. Saren, if it's possible, can you check SEI? Saren, do you use a keyboard shortcut to switch between the crypto templates in your future workspace? If so, how do you do that? I do. I don't think you can, not that you can see it, but I'm using a Stream Deck down here. So I can just flip between everything with my Stream Deck. And in terms of my own, I can just use the Alt and Tab shortcut and then go over to a different screen. That takes less than a second. So that's what I do. But a Stream Deck is really nice, to be honest. That can help a lot. So that's that. There's a global CC on link there. Yeah. But I think in terms of setups, that's already enough. So if you are here for live trading, I can have a look at a few more. But that is all the setups I wanted to cover for now. So this is ETH, Gold, Link, Beam, Rune, AR, and yeah, I don't want to look at too many things. So if there are some opportunities during live trading, I can have a look at it, obviously. So yeah, do you consider CVD and open interest as part of your confirmations? Here you can see CVD and open interest is included. So what I would do is when I need it, say for example, I'm looking for a short trade, which I'm not, but say I'm looking for a short trade on previous day high, right? I have this template, then I would increase it and see, okay, we are about to take previous day high, but we see a nice open interest increase. I could then even pop in the football print statistics here, look at the volume, see volume is high, positive delta high, so probably not the best short trade. Okay, so that's why that's all included. I just decreased the size, so whenever I need it, I will increase it. All right, hope that makes sense. And not looking at Elliott waves for alts. And this will be the Altcoin Weekly Update. I know there's 100 of requests left, but I can cover all of that. Maybe I can do a few more during the live trading stream. So I hope you all enjoyed this. Let's see if we can get some of these alerts hit. My alerts are placed. I'm looking forward to seeing some of these trades go to entry. And yeah, I'm very excited about that new template because I think we can have quite a lot of fun with that. Still going to think about the best way to integrate that. We'll speak with the team and all that. So, but yeah, there is something being worked on in the background, just so you know. Okay, so have a great day and see you next time, or not next time, in the next stream. What is it? In 2.5 hours or something. So not too long. See you there and goodbye.